April 6th, the 9th-ranked Michigan rowing program opened up their 2024 home schedule by hosting Michigan State out at Belleville Lake. The defending Big Ten champion Wolverines began their short home slate under clear skies and calm waters. Mark Rothstein, the program's original head coach, is back with the Wolverines for a 33rd season, the last 28 of them as a Division I program. It was all maize and blue in the openers. The Wolverines won every race. The first Varsity 8 hit the water with 4 crew members returning from the Big Ten champion boat: Katie Easton, Zara Collison, Abby Hathaway, and Aubrey Fitz. 4 members were up from the 2v8 crew a year ago, including Coxon, Logan Rader, Jana Peachy, Annika Dreisma, and Sarah Mackay, also all bumped up from last season's second Varsity 8. Rounding out the 1v8 crew was graduate transfer Adelaide Lammers.
And again, we see Michigan State rowing at a bit of a higher stroke rate than Michigan, but Michigan's really using those legs through the drive and sending the boat with each stroke. Continue to open up that gap in front of Michigan State.
So the race, you're really just trying to race yourself and race the clock. Personally speaking, I am always locked in on the all-lock right in front of me. My eyes are not going anywhere else. And you kind of just dialed into the person in front of you, really just sort of trusting that the training and the work that you've put in is going to give you the right mindset, the right flow, the right rhythm to just do what you need to do.
Michigan looking really nice and long, as well as Michigan State, who's getting their blades in early. But it's Michigan about a boat of open in front of Michigan State as they come up on the 1,000 meters.
You learn from a race like this by working out what you didn't do and how we can add that to the next race. And today a lot of it was confidence, and we're just excited to be really confident and have that swagger for our next race.
Plenty of open water between U of M's 1v8 and MSU as the Wolverines crossed the finish line in 6 minutes 30.8 seconds, about 15 seconds ahead of the Spartans. Michigan's second Varsity 8 boat was crewed by 8 program returners, including 3 rowers who occupied the same boat at the end of 2023. Ariana Shakui, Gracie Landenfeld, and Brooke Giesen are all veterans of the 2v8.
Michigan's at a 35 stroke rate, looking really powerful and relaxed.
U of M's second Varsity 8 actually had the second best time of any boat in the water at Belleville on Saturday, finishing in 6 minutes 44 seconds. Rothstein praised 2 boats at the end of the day. One of them was Michigan's third Varsity 8, powered by 6 sophomores and led by freshman coxswain Ellie Vanden Einde.
And continuing to take seats, so that Michigan trio made a really strong move through the 1,000, and they're continuing to open up that lead. Their 7th seat is on the bow wall of the Michigan 1 end.
They finished in 6 minutes 50.1 seconds, pulling away from Michigan's first novice 8 in the race's late stages. In the 4s, Michigan's 1v4 boat was nearly 20 seconds better than the Spartans. U of M's 2v4 was locked into one of the most exciting races of the morning, falling behind MSU early and then racing side by side with the Spartans for most of the race.
Michigan's moving a bit now. Looks like they're about even now as the boats cross the 1,000-meter mark. And Michigan taking a really big move here at the 1,000-meter, continuing to walk through Michigan State. They have about a seat up on State now.
Definitely easier side by side to be pushed and to go faster and make those moves. But you have to continue to execute the race plan when you're up by yourself too.
Michigan State rowing about a 34.5 stroke rate, and Michigan's at a 31. So Michigan is continuing to pull ahead at a lower stroke rate, just adding a bit more power behind every stroke.
In the the end, the Wolverines would best Michigan State by 4.1 seconds. The other boat Rothstein had high praise for at the day's conclusion was Michigan's third Varsity 4. Powered by a senior, a junior, and a pair of sophomores, the boat had the second best time of the day when compared to the other Varsity 4s of both teams.
Michigan's 3v4 continuing to extend the gap, push ahead of Michigan State. It's getting a bit choppy with the wind, but they're doing a nice job of getting those blades in the water and staying strong and long.
Michigan's Novice 8 boats were also winners. The first Novice 8 had 7 freshmen in the boat. The second Novice 8 and first Novice 4 crews are entirely made up of freshmen.
But Michigan's 2N is looking really composed and together as they're coming into the last part of this race.
We were kind of going from that 1K to 1250 mark. There was definitely a move made with a lot of length and power, and just the energy from everyone in the boat, making sure we were all like in sync together, finding that reach around, completing the stroke. And then once we reached that 500, there was definitely that, all right, we gotta go, we gotta empty the tank, we have to finish this, like this is our race, this is our course, and I think I'm really proud of our performance today.
Michigan will be back at home for Senior Day against 4th-ranked Texas on April 13th. For MGO Blue TV, I'm Anthony Polidano.